Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon. Yeah, thank you very much to join this session. Yeah, we want to discuss about the I give example of the synchronous generator. Yeah, there are three example. Yeah, we want to solve three example for this section. The first example 4.3, power plant Z operated with a coordination of prime mover 1 and prime mover 2. The characteristics of prime mover, a synchronous generator type utilized in the plant, which operating in parallel are, meaning the parameter of the three phase generator are given or listed here. For the voltage, power unit in PA with the power factor given also, number of volt and phase, now no load speed, full load speed, load. Now so in this case, power in VA, it is assumed that it is power capacity, meaning the generator can operate for the maximum load, maximum load. And then the generator 1 and generator 2 is also connected to the load. Each generator share or serve its load is around 300 megawatt. The question, based on your knowledge, evaluate the speed drops for the both generator, whether it's in good control of power sharing. We estimate the operating frequency of the power system and evaluate the power sharing of this generator, whether it is acceptable or not. The rated power is in PA, RS full load power. Rated power in PA meaning this one. Because it is, we want to find the slope of power frequency. Slope of power frequency is equal to full load over no load frequency minus full load frequency. So in here, we declare that the power capacity in PA is full load condition. It is meaning each generator can be served for the maximum load is given by this one for the generator 1 and this one for generator 2. So if you want to convert unit in megawatt, please multiply MPA by 0.8 or MPA here multiply 0.85. She proposed the action needed by operator in order to improve the operating frequency to 60 Hz. It is almost same with the previous example. We want to know after obtaining the value of system frequency, we know how many hertz. After that, if we want to adjust in the pitch frequency 60 hertz, what should be done by the operator? And then if the line voltage is dropped to 400, the system is 450 volt, line to line. Suggest an improvement to correct the low terminal voltage without compromise the power sharing. Okay, for the solution, the first we want to find the speed drop, and we want to evaluate it is acceptable or not. We know that formulation of the speed drop is given by no load speed minus full load speed divided by full load speed multiply 100%. So I just read based on the data above, that we know that the no load speed for the generator 1 is 3650 RPM, and this one is full load condition for the speed, and it is also full load condition for the speed. So multiply 100%, we obtain 2.2%. And then for the generator 2, yeah, based on the table above, yeah, we obtain that the no load speed for the generator 2 is 1,800, and full load speed for the generator 2 is 1,780. So divided also full load condition for the generator full load speed for the generator 2. So we obtain 1.1%. So from here, yeah, that generator 1, the speed drop, yeah, is obtained 2.2%, and then based on the theoretical, yeah, that has been explained before, okay, the speed drop is in the range 2 until 5%, and this one is in the range this one. Okay, and then the second generator, yeah, we obtain that the speed drop of 1.1%, meaning the generator 2, yeah, when it is connected to the load, yeah, the frequency is not or is close to the frequency on the no load speed, yeah, full no load speed. So meaning we can decide that the condition operation can be accepted lah. Okay, and then we want to find the system frequency. Yeah, so this one. Estimate the operating frequency. Yeah, now so when we want to find the uh, system frequency, and then from the question given the load 1 and load 2, okay, meaning the total power is P1 plus P2, 300 plus 300 is equal to 600 megawatt. Okay, now so we can use this formulation, yeah, to find the system frequency. We can see from here that SP here is slope of power frequency. Now, in the question, this value of SP1 and SP2 not given. Now, so we have to find. Yeah, we can find it from the power hose. Yeah, power hose. Yeah, because SP is equal to load power divided by no load frequency minus full load frequency. Meaning here, yeah, we have to find the no load frequency, yeah, for generator 1 and also generator 2. Yeah, based on the table, the no load speed and full load speed given. So the no load frequency for generator 1 can be found by using the general formulation. We know that N is equal to 120 multiply frequency divided by P. So frequency is equal to speed multiply number of volt divided by 120. So we obtain the value of no load frequency for generator 1 and full load frequency for the generator 1 also. And then same, we have to find the no load frequency and full load frequency for the generator 2. Yeah, based on the data given for the no load speed and full load speed, yeah, for generator 2, yeah, based on the table above. So we have obtained the value of no load frequency for generator 2 is 660 Hz. Yeah, for the no load speed 1,800, and number of pole of generator 2 is 4. Yeah, and then full load frequency of the generator 2, yeah, because the condition of the full load speed for the generator 2 is 1,780 RPM. Now, so multiply by 4 divided by 120, we obtain 59.3 Hz. Yeah. Now, so because we know that the speed of slope of power frequency is equal to full load power divided by no load frequency minus full load frequency. So we have to find the value of the slope of power frequency. Yeah, I repeat again that based on the data given above, the rated power, rated power in VA, is as indicate the generator can serve for the maximum load. Yeah, now so we can assume, we can define, we can decide that the full load power in the MPA can be obtained by using this formulation. So full load power for the generator 1, appearance power for generator 1 multiply cos theta, power factor. So for 100 VA multiply 0.8, we obtain 360 megawatt. And full load power for the generator 2, appearance power for generator 2 multiply power factor. So 400 multiply 0.85, we obtain 340 megawatt. So from here, based on the no load and full load frequency each generator, we can find the value of slope of power frequency. Yeah, if we draw the power hose like this one, like this one, it is the left side is the for the generator 1 and the right side is for the generator 2. So the slope of power frequency for generator 1 is given by full load power divided by no load frequency minus full load frequency. So full load power is 320 megawatt divided by 60.8 minus 59.5. So we have the slope of power frequency for generator 1 is 246.15 megawatt per hertz. Yeah. And then for the generator 2, slope of power frequency is given by the full load power. Full load power we have calculated above, and if we draw here to 340 divide by no load and full minus full load frequency for the generator 2, they are also calculated. So we have obtained the value of slope of power frequency for the generator 2 is 485.7 megawatt per hertz. Okay, so we can all the value of the SP1, SP2, no load for the generator no load frequency for generator 1 and generator 2, substitute here, and we know that the total power here is 300 plus 300 is equal to 600 megawatt. So we substitute here, and then after that, last we can obtain the frequency system is 59.42 hertz. This one. Okay, and then the question C, is asked that what should be done by the operator if the system frequency is in 60 hertz. So remember, the operator should be it if the water, if the steam, for the turbine, steam turbine, water turbine, to add the water, to add the steam in on the controller, for the governor, to add until the frequency system for the both generators are 60 hertz. And then what will be done if the voltage terminal is dropped to 400 volt? So operator should be increase the field current Yeah, to increase the field current, we can do adjust the rheostat if it is manual. Yeah, rheostat. We decrease the value rheostat resistance. Yeah. Now so the current can increase. Yeah, or if it directly constant rheostat, we can just also, if we have the DC voltage, we increase the DC voltage until, yeah, the terminal voltage of the both generator, yeah, are in 415 volt. Yeah, this one 415 volt or 450, I think. Okay, and then example 4.4. The ABC Industries, yeah, have installed 3 steam generators to provide steam process and also to use some of its waste products as energy. Since there is extra load capacity, the mill has installed 3 15 megawatt turbine generators. Yeah, meaning 3 15, the total 15 multiply 3 is around 45 megawatt. To fall, Y connected synchronous generator with a synchronous reactant 1.1 ohms and armature resistance of 0.03 ohm. Generator 1 and 2 have characteristic power frequency slope SP 6 megawatt per hertz, and generator 3 has a slope 8 megawatt hertz. The question is determine the total power generator that has supplied by generator if the frequency system 61.5 Hz and no load frequency of the generator is 63 Hz. Yeah, we want to find the total power. It is 3 generator. So from the question given like this one, SP1 6 megawatt per hertz, SP2 6 megawatt per hertz, SP3 8 megawatt per hertz, and system frequency, yeah, for the 3 generator is 61.5 hertz, and no load frequency for the generator 1, 2, and 3, yeah, are same. Yeah, they are 63 hertz. So to obtain the total power, yeah, we can use this formulation. PT is equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3. So just substitute all value here, yeah, to this formula. Now, so last we can obtain the total power uh, that shared together by the 3 generator is 30 megawatt. Yeah, 30 megawatt. Yeah, it is below the total power capacity of 3 generator. Yeah, 15 multiply 3, 45 megawatt. Yeah, so this is the total power that's up by the 3 generators, 30 megawatt. Example 4.5, table 3 shows the details of 3 parallel synchronous generators. Yeah, it is generator, this one is generator A for the parameter full load power. Here the full load power, yeah, are given. Power factor, no load frequency, speed drop, total load power. Yeah, it is for generator A, this one is for generator B, and this one for generator C. And these 3 generators, yeah, serve the total load of 330 megawatt. The question evaluate the operation frequency in this power system. B, analyze the acceptance of power sharing by each generator in this system. Yeah. Okay, now so when we want to find the operation frequency, same, we can use this formulation. Yeah, because it is 3 generator, now so total power is equal to power for the generator 1 plus generator 2 plus generator 3. Yeah, so SP1 multiply no load frequency for the generator 1 minus system frequency plus SP, slope of the power frequency for generator 2 multiply no load frequency for generator 2 minus system frequency plus slope of power frequency for the generator 3 multiply no load frequency for generator 3 minus system frequency. So from here, because the value of SP slope of the power frequency are not given, and then the first we have to find the load frequency, load frequency, full load frequency, no load frequency are given, meaning we want to find the slope of our frequency, because the slope of our frequency is equal to full load power. Full load power is given for each generator, divided by no load frequency. No load frequency is given minus full load frequency. Full load frequency are not given, so we have to find first the full load frequency. The full load frequency can be obtained from this formula because speed drop are given for each synchronous generator. So we know that speed drop is equal to no load frequency minus full load frequency divided by full load frequency multiply 100%. Or from here we can derive the last full load frequency is equal to no load frequency divided by speed drop plus 2. Now, so please find each full load frequency for each synchronous generator and also slope of power frequency. So for the generator 1, full load frequency for generator 1 is equal to no load frequency for generator 1 divided by speed drop for the generator 1 plus 1. No load frequency given based on the table and divided by speed drop is given 2.4% or 0.024 plus 1. So full load frequency for the generator 1 is 59.57 Hz. And then we can find the slope of power frequency is equal to full load power divided by no load frequency minus full load frequency. Full load power are also given for the all generator. Now, so SP1 is equal to 62.94 megawatt per hertz. Same way to find the full load frequency and slope of power frequency for generator 2. We obtain full load frequency for generator 2 is 60.08 Hz and slope of the power frequency for generator 2 is equal to 52.808 megawatt per hertz. And then same also, how to find the load full load frequency and slope of power frequency for generator 3. We obtain the value of full load frequency for generator 3 is 58.37 Hz and slope of power frequency for generator 3 is 67.48 megawatt per hertz. After obtaining the value of full load frequency, and slope of power frequency for each generator, we can find the system frequency by using this formula. This formula. Just substitute. Substitute here, and then the last we obtain the system frequency is around 59.66 Hz. Okay, and then from here we have obtained the value of system frequency. We want to find the each power that can be shared by each generator. Meaning It is for generator 1, it is for generator 2, and this one for generator 3. So we can find the power share by generator 1. Yeah? P1 is equal to SP1 multiply no load frequency minus system frequency. Just substitute value we can obtain here. Yeah, power for the generator 1 that share is 88.34 megawatt. And it is power share by generator 2 is around 121.87 megawatt. And this one is power share by generator T is around 22.94. If we add all this power here, meaning PT is equal to P1 plus P2 plus PT is equal to 84.34 plus 121.87 plus 22.94 equal to 129.15. It is around 230 megawatt. Like given in the table. It is rather reduced because the peratusan is different. Okay, thank you very much.